Hey guys, it's the AFL Yank back here again in time for my tips for round 19 of the 2023 AFL season. I've already done my tips for this round. I was originally going to do this as just like a post on my YouTube account because I just didn't really I didn't really feel like doing a video, but regardless, still wanted to get my tips out. 5 out of 9 tips correct last round. So let's see how this goes. So for Thursday night, I'm going to go with the Doggies to beat Essendon. They should do it. It'll be a pretty close game. I think Essendon will be focused on rebounding this week after they had that embarrassing performance against Geelong. Got the Tigers beating Hawthorn. They should do it by a hefty number. I have them doing it by at least 28 points. Carlton should beat the West Coast Eagles. They should do it again. Do it by a decent margin to actually give them a run at the 8. Gonna go with the Lions to beat Geelong. They are absolutely dominant at the Gabba, and I think it'll pay off once more with the Lions as usual. Although the Cats did have a really good performance last week. Optus Stadium, I'm actually gonna go with the Swans to get an upset win. I feel like they could potentially do the job, and they could maybe sneak with a win. Of course, Rampy's going to be back. He's coming back from what he was nearly suspended for 2 games for a hit that was unintentional. But the Swans do have a problem with closing out games, so I would actually not be surprised if I changed my tip later on. And then I'm actually going to go for a massive upset. I'm going to have Port defeat Collingwood. They should do it in an incredible match. I think this will be match of the year. It could be a potential grand final preview. And then for Freo versus Sydney, I'm actually going to say the Swans get it done in a very close game. And then GWS versus Gold Coast, they should get the job done. The Giants have been on a hot run as of late. They should get a very hefty win against the Suns, who have been a bit stagnant later. They've been a bit stagnant this season later on, and I feel like GWS, they'll continue their long run. They've had a fantastic run this year, and I feel like they should finally get their first win at Manuka Oval. It should happen eventually. It's taken a long time, but it should finally happen. Then Melbourne, I have them defeating the Crows. And finally, St Kilda, I got them beating North Melbourne. I think they should do it by a decently hefty margin, and yeah, that's going to do it for the tips. There's my projected ladder, everything all set up and all that goodness. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting race for the 8. I'm not a big fan of, the AFL wanting to do a similar thing that the NBA is doing, obviously with the potential plan of setting a tournament for the teams for teams to race into the 8. Like, if you miss the 8, I just think that if you miss the 8, that's it. That your season's over after one game. Like, it doesn't need to be multiple rounds, in my opinion. So yeah. Regardless, that's going to do it for my tips. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon.